Right now at noon, President Biden returning to Madison today. What's on the agenda for his second visit in the last 3 months?
Plus, the Wisconsin Supreme Court changing course and now allowing expanded use of ballot drop boxes this fall will share reaction. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Braden Ross.
And I'm Maddie Himes. Josh Sprider is off today. Topping our news at noon, you're taking a live look at the Dane County Regional Airport. President Biden once again making his way back to the Badger State in a pivotal visit leading up to November's election. In fact, the president will be right here in Madison. We have team coverage right now at noon for the president's second stop in Madison just this year.
Susan Simon is live at Sherman Middle School where the president is set to speak. But before we get to her, News 3 Now's Will Keneally and Ellie LaLiberte are standing by at Dane County Regional Airport where wheels are set to touch down within the next hour. We're hearing the president might be a little late. Ellie, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, we're expecting the president to land a little later than he was expected to. He was expected to land at 12:35 today, so he may be running a little late than we were expecting. Now, as you said, this is his second time to Madison, but it's his fifth time to the state this year. Now, we're expecting Governor Tony Evers, Congressman Mike Pocan, and Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway to greet the president when he does land. But I am joined here with political reporter Will Keneally. So, Will, you'll be traveling with the motorcade today, and can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect today?
Yes, exactly. So once the president lands, we'll be jumping in that motorcade with him, following him throughout his stops today, including Sherman Middle School and that interview on ABC with George Stephanopoulos. We'll continue to keep you guys updated throughout the day as well. I do want to mention, too, notably absent from the politicians greeting him at the airport is Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin from the Madison area. Again, she's in that tight U.S. Senate race this year. She's actually traveling across the state. She kicked off a statewide tour starting up in kind of northern Wisconsin, and today is in northeastern Wisconsin, Brown and Marinette counties, another key political area for the state. So we'll continue to wait here for Biden's arrival, but for now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Will, thank you. A lot to watch out for there.
Next, let's head to Susan Simon, who's at Sherman Middle School, where President Biden is set to visit. Susan?
Hi, Maddie and Braden. Yes, we're inside Sherman Middle School here on Madison's northeast side, getting ready for an assembly unlike anything this school has ever seen before. It's too bad that it's summer break, and of course the kids and the teachers are not here, because this is going to be a day this school community will never forget. Anytime a sitting president visits your community, let alone your school, it is a very big deal. The president is running a little late, as Will and Ellie were mentioning. Once he arrives in Madison, the presidential motorcade will make the very short drive, about 5 minutes, here to Sherman Middle School. We're not sure of the exact route, but possibly people along Sherman Avenue, maybe in the Maple Bluff neighborhood, will get an opportunity to see the motorcade. 20 to 30 limousines with their red and blue lights flashing. It's always an awesome sight to behold. And this is part of the full court press that is going on following last Thursday's debate to save the Biden campaign. A chance to give the president another look, another chance to hear what he has to say. And from the looks of the people gathering here, there appears to be a lot of support to give the president that opportunity. 500 people registered for this event. It's a small space. The campaign has had to tell everyone that not everyone will get in, but they're starting to gather in now. And when the president takes the podium, we'll be carrying it live on air and on all of our digital platforms. Back to you, ladies.
Susan, thank you. This is actually President Biden's second visit to Madison in just 3 months. In early April, he made a stop at Madison College, announcing a student debt forgiveness plan. That was the Biden administration's second attempt at a sweeping student debt relief plan after the Supreme Court struck down an earlier White House plan in June of last year.
The visit to Madison comes as it's a tighter race in the latest Marquette Law School poll. Biden and Trump are tied at 50% among registered Wisconsin voters, but Trump gets the edge, 51% to 49% when it comes to likely Wisconsin voters. A key thing to note, this poll was conducted before the presidential debate. 781 Wisconsin voters were polled. Here's another reminder that we'll have live team coverage all day for the president's visit. Make sure to stay with us on air and online at channel3000.com.
And make sure to stay up to date with the president's most recent visit by downloading our news app. Any information we will send right to the palm of your hand. Just search for WISC in your app store. Just a few hours ago, the Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled that officials can place ballot drop boxes around their communities in this fall's elections.
That ruling overturns its own ruling just 2 years ago, limiting their use in the presidential swing state. The court ruled 4-3 today that drop boxes can be utilized in any location. Trump and Republicans have alleged that drop boxes facilitated cheating, even though they offered no evidence. At least 29 other states allow for absentee ballot drop boxes. Now, both sides of the aisle are reacting to this decision. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers released a statement saying, quote, "This is a victory for our democracy, and we're going to keep fighting to ensure that every eligible voter can cast their ballot safely, securely, and as easily as possible to make sure their voices are heard." Meanwhile, the Wisconsin GOP chairman Brian Schimming says, quote, "This latest attempt by leftist justices to placate their far-left backers will not go unanswered by voters." While rainy weather ahead in the forecast, Kelly Slipka is out on the weather patio to break down our weekend forecast.
Yeah, right now at the noon hour, we're actually getting a little bit of sunshine, noticing a bit of a wind picking up, and that's because we have a storm system overhead, and it's got enough cool air aloft that'll be providing some instability, so these clouds will start to build up over Madison, and eventually we will see some scattered showers and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm pop up. See everything just kind of spinning right over the Badger State, this really weak storm system, but it's got, as mentioned, a lot of cool air aloft. You get the heating from the sun. It lifts that air up, and that produces those clouds and eventually some showers. And we're starting to see a few of them, especially up to the north as you get up toward the Dells, seeing some of these lighter showers. They're not real heavy, but they may become enough of a concern to produce some lightning, it looks like, a little bit later on as we go into the afternoon hours and evening. This is our future track radar. You can kind of time it out as we go into the mid-afternoon hours. Most of the staying to the north of Madison, up toward the Dells, but as we get later in the afternoon, we'll probably see some of those scattered showers moving to the Madison area. Only in the low 70s today. About 10 degrees cooler than our average. It looks like tomorrow will be dry, but then we got more showers and storms in our forecast, it looks like, by Sunday. We're sitting at 70, 73 right now in Middleton. I don't expect the temperatures to rise a whole lot from where we're at because of these clouds start to build up, and we'll see some of these scattered showers as well. We'll take a look at that weekend forecast. Kind of an up and down weekend. We'll have that for you coming up.
Kelly, thank you. Still ahead for us this afternoon, Krispy Kreme celebrating World Chocolate Day with a brand new donut.
Plus, you've heard of a 4-day work week. What about a 6-day work week? That story just ahead.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Moving forward.
Nobody wants to put a new roof over their head. It's too expensive. And if they can extend the life of that roof and get 5 more years or 10 more years, it's a no-brainer.
What RoofMax does is it helps people in that they don't have to spend that $15,000, $20,000 on a new roof. They can spend pennies on the dollar.
The RoofMax product was a small percentage of cost of replacing a roof.
This is a great financial decision for us as a community.
During Steinhaffel's 4th of July mattress sale, you can get a Queen Beauty Rest mattress for only $2.99. Or upgrade your sleep to the unmatched luxury and comfort of the Beauty Rest Black Hybrid for just $59 per month when you use Steinhaffel's 60-month financing. Plus, you'll get up to $300 in Steinhaffel's cash. There's nothing like a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhaffel's. Start sleeping better tonight. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
We're a family-owned farm. With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, how many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
Fire up the grill and get brats and buns for just $1 this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Now that's a meal deal. Get Hy-Vee's famous brats for just $1. Choose from 12 flavors of brats for just $1 each. And get 8 Hy-Vee buns for just $1. Burger buns for just $1 too. And while you've got the grill going, throw on some mouth-watering burgers. Fresh ground chuck, only $3.98 a pound. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
I need help for my mom. She has dementia. She's been to the ER twice this week. I just want her to be comfortable in the time she has left. I want a grace. so Mom can get care at home in a place she knows. You know what people say about them? I can't imagine better support through such a painful time. As a caregiver, that's what I needed to hear. Call A Grace and find out for yourself. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn how A Grace can connect with you.
What's up? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts? Right now with Felco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
Saks Fifth Avenue's parent company, Hudson's Bay Company, announced it's buying Neiman Marcus in a deal worth more than $2 billion. The company says the merger is expected to create new opportunities and unlock significant value for customers and employees. Both luxury retail giants have struggled to boost growth in recent years. Amazon facilitated the deal and will take minority stake in Saks Global. While several nations around the world are experimenting with a 4-day work week, Greece this week went in another direction, implementing a 6-day work week for some industries. The move is expected to help with a labor shortage in the country. People who opt to work 48 hours will get at least a 40% increase in overtime pay. And Krispy Kreme is celebrating World Chocolate Day by re-releasing its chocolate glazed donuts this weekend only. The company is also offering customers a chance to get a dozen chocolate glazed donuts at half price with the purchase of any dozen at regular price. World Chocolate Day is Sunday, July 7th. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
At the noon hour on Wall Street, mixed trading to end the work week. The Dow Industrial falling 78 points. The Nasdaq surges 127 and the S&P 500 gains 15.
Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is out of the radio barn today. Here are your farm numbers.
Coming up later on Live at 4, as boating and yachting is exploding in popularity, how you can take a trip for cheaper than you might think.
Plus, our coverage continues as President Biden makes another visit to the Badger State.
Stars and Stripes savings must end Monday at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get great rebates up to $3,000, plus up to 50% off closeouts. We guarantee the lowest appliance prices on top brands at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Wow, Wayne, that is a beautiful window.
It sure is, Jeff. It really tackles energy efficiency.
Sure has a nice slide.
It's one of the best screenplays I've ever seen.
They're so easy to close. I'd say it's a grand slam.
If you guys keep making those dad jokes, you're gonna be a real pain in my neck.
Oh, that's a good one. Did you hear about this one, Five?
Get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Masterforce 20-volt tools have everything you need to get the job done right. 1 battery, 34 tools and accessories. High power, extreme performance, ultimate durability, limitless versatility. Get the Masterforce 20-volt cordless job site fan for only $48.94 after 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
The time to save is now during Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress event. Get the guaranteed lowest prices on top mattress brands. Save up to $1,200 instantly on adjustable mattress sets and special financing for 60 months. Save now at Ashley.
There's a lot to love about life in the 608. Beautiful lakes, miles of bike trails, great local ice cream.
News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter highlights the people, places, and opportunities that make our communities shine.
The dreamers and doers and donors.
Tell Josh what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
Fundraisers, farmers markets, family events.
In the 608, weekdays only on News 3 Now this morning.
It doesn't get any better than this.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back. President Biden is on his way to Madison as we speak. We're expecting him to touch down at the Dane County Regional Airport in just a bit.
In the meantime, we're sitting down with a member of the Biden campaign's National Advisory Board, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes-Conway. Mayor Rhodes-Conway, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, you've been working with the Biden campaign for more than a year now. You've welcomed the president to Madison twice this year. Why is it so important for Biden to be making campaign stops here in Wisconsin?
Well, first of all, I want to say that we are delighted to have the president coming back today. And I think it's an indication of how seriously the president and the campaign takes Wisconsin. You know, we are obviously a swing state, and I view this as an opportunity to make sure that the federal government understands the issues that are important to Madisonians and to Wisconsinites. So I'm really delighted to have the president here again.
Now, we've heard a lot of discussion recently about President Biden's performance at the debate last week. Did you watch the debate? What did you make of it?
You know, I did watch the debate, and honestly, my first and foremost reaction was that we may all have forgotten what the former president is like, how shamelessly and continuously he lies. That was my real takeaway. I mean, you know, obviously it wasn't the president's best night, but we all have off nights. I don't think I could have done a bit better on that debate stage. And I think we've seen since that the president is, you know, back on the campaign trail and doing a good job. And I'm looking forward to seeing him here today.
And you've met President Biden multiple times now. Can you give us some insight into how he's been when you met him? Do you think he's ready for another 4 years?
Absolutely. I mean, he's an incredible man. I mean, I should say, I think he is probably the best president in my lifetime, just in terms of what he's been able to get done for the people of this country. You know, he and the vice president are focused every day on building the middle class by lowering costs and raising wages and making it easier for folks to connect with economic opportunity. But yes, I have met the president multiple times, albeit for, you know, brief, just a few minutes here and there. He seems like a smart guy. He's very, very personable. He's very kind. And, you know, so last time he was here, when I met him on the tarmac, he turned to me and said, "Oh, well, I have to say hello to this one because, you know, Jilly," which is how he refers to Dr. Biden, you know, wanted to make sure that she sent her greetings to the mayor. And that was just so kind that Dr. Biden had remembered and that the president had remembered to greet me in particular. So, I think he's doing great, honestly.
Well, Mayor Rhodes-Conway, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
We'll see you on the
tarmac. Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Now let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Kelly Slivka on the weather patio.
Yeah, sick of the rain yet? Well, we've got another day of some rain. Unfortunately, it looks like tomorrow will be a dry day, but has been the streak. We only get one dry day, and then we've got multiple days of rain. Right now, we've got this area of low pressures right overhead, and it's a really weak system, but it's got enough cool air aloft. You can get the heating from the sun. It's been popping up some showers, and can't rule out a couple of thunderstorms popping up as we get into the afternoon hours later this afternoon. Right now, the showers are up there toward the Adells, Camp Douglas area. Seen a few showers also out there toward Richland Center, headed toward Lone Rock. Everything's just going to rotate in from the north and west around that area of low pressure. So this is what we're seeing right now. Right now, Madison, the Dane County area is rain-free. This is what we're looking at, maybe upwards of 1/4 of an inch of rain. There might be a pocket or two that sees a little bit more than that if you get underneath one of these heavier showers moving through. And most of the chances of rain will be during the afternoon hours. As we get towards sunset, the chances will diminish, especially as you get toward midnight. Most of the chances of rain will be done with. And then we got a nice day tomorrow, actually going to be really nice. Winds are out of the west at 5 to 10, sunshine, 78 degrees. More scattered storms expected on Sunday. As mentioned, we can't seem to squeeze out more than one day of dry weather, and that's going to be the case going forward, at least for the next several days. So watching our future track, some of these scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm could produce a heavy downpour, at least briefly. These are going to be very isolated, if you will, very brief. They're not going to last real long. And noticing temperatures not really rising a whole lot from where we're at. We're in the lower 70s. As we get toward the dinner hour, a few showers here in the Madison area, but as 8, 9 o'clock, most of the showers should be just about done with. And we'll actually see some cooler temperatures tonight, dropping down closer to 60, waking up come Saturday morning. So we've got this trough that's been digging across the Great Lakes states, and that's what's bringing in some cool air and also the storm system that we have today. Now, eventually, the jet stream is going to lift to the north as we go through next week. So all that cool air is going up to the north, and much of the country is going to be hot. And you also notice the jet stream flattening out up into Canada. So that means we're going to be hot, but also it looks like a drier weather pattern setting up toward the end of next week, going into the weekend. Maybe we can say goodbye to all this rain that we've had so far this season. 70 right now in Madison, it's 72 in the Dells, 73 in Janesville, 68 only in Mineral Point. And across Dane County, we've got everybody in the 70s, 70 in Madison, as mentioned, 74 in Waunakee, and currently in Verona, 73 degrees. So not a bad noon hour, at least for now, but we do have some of these scattered showers and storms. Now, probably won't have to cancel your plans. This is not going to be widespread rain, but may have to dodge some of these showers later this afternoon. Tomorrow looks dry. Another round of some storms on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. And there comes that drier, warmer weather pattern setting up, especially as we get into next weekend. Temperatures will be well into the 80s by then.
Kelly, thank you. Howard is in the Mr. Food test kitchen.
That's right, Maddie. And he says sometimes we just need something to give us a jump start. Today, he has the perfect thing.
I hope you had a good 4th. I know I did. On days like this, you know, after having a day off during the week, you may need something to give you a bit of a jump start. My recommendation is a smoothie bowl. It's easy to make, super colorful, and packed with goodness. The one I'm making today starts off like a traditional smoothie, since we add a bunch of fruit to our blender. Here I'm using frozen mango, raspberries, and strawberries. Starting with frozen fruit makes it so much better since it makes it extra thick. To that, add in a sliced banana, some ice, almond or regular milk, and a bit of honey. We give it a whirl until everything is smooth. You may need to scrape down the sides to make sure everything gets mixed evenly. Then we pour this into a cereal bowl, and here comes the fun part. We top it with lots of fruit, nuts, and granola. You can even drizzle on some Greek yogurt. What a nice contrast to yesterday's 4th of July eat until you're stuffed buffet. And not only is this refreshing, but it's also packed with antioxidants, it's low in fat, and it's filled with fiber. To get the recipe for our feel-good smoothie bowl, simply visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a very smooth way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, that does look good. Still ahead for us this afternoon, we'll head back out to Dane County Regional Airport. President Biden is back in the Badger State today.
Plus, it should be a good weekend for golfing. We got some tips for improving your swing when we come back.
On the other side, the finish, I'm ensuring that that right arm is extended, and as I continue.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message.
I'm proud to be an American.
Memories matter.
I think the biggest thing I got out of my service in Vietnam was a real sense of patriotism. I'm very proud of what I did. I fought for you, and I'd fight for you again.
This 4th of July, we remember, and we never forget those who sacrificed everything for our freedoms. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service, And we know that your memories matter.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machines. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Garage doors are what, number 3 on return on investments right now? A new garage door can raise the value of the whole street, really.
Let us show you the difference a new precision garage door can make.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Well, if you're looking to better your golf game, the George Vitens Golf Academy is providing tips to help you lower your score.
Here's Joel White showing us proper wrist hinge in your golf swing.
In today's lesson, I'm talking about the importance of the wrist hinge in the golf swing. A significant amount of energy can be created just by using your arms and your wrists. Now I add the rotational component, and I add a tremendous amount of energy on top of the wrist hinge. How do you do it? I keep that leading arm extended. As I go back, I'm ensuring that arm stays out. I'm feeling the wrist and hands hinge while I extend that arm. On the other side, the finish, I'm ensuring that that right arm is extended. And as I continue through, all the way through, I'm feeling that rehinging on the finish. Now putting it together, I swing back with the hinge, swing around, feeling the hinge up, down, and around. I'm Joel White, PGA professional. Improve your play the fundamental way.
Now you're taking another live look at Dane County Regional Airport. President Biden making another visit to Wisconsin. We will have coverage all day long, so make sure to stay with us here on News 3 Now on air and online for the latest.
Now let's go back to Kelly Slifka for one final check of your first warn forecast. Kelly.
Yeah, we have dry weather right now in Madison, but the clouds are starting to build up, and that will eventually lead to some showers, and we can't rule out a couple of thunderstorms here. We'll track that out for you. Most of it right now up toward the Adells around the Wisconsin River Valley, but that'll rotate on in as we get toward 3, 4 o'clock, expecting some of these scattered showers, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder. As we get toward about 8, 9 o'clock, most of these showers should be just about done with, and it is rather cool for this time of July, only in the low 70s today, but upper 70s, close to 80 this weekend. A dry day tomorrow, but does have a chance of showers and storms on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Finally, some drier weather, and we will start to warm up, it looks like, by next weekend with temperatures well into the 80s.
Kelly, thank you, and thanks for joining us this Friday on News 3 Now at noon. Stay tuned. We'll be back with a News 3 Now special report when